Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a very special edition of our face-to-face program. I finally had a chance to, get home and relax a little bit. This past week has been a very hectic one because with the Christmas activities and the parties and the functions, it took a lot, in trying to put together a program. And one of my producers, Ed Laborde, who travels with me, and hey, good to see you.
Good to see you, Addy.
We decided to do something different. I mean, make it very convenient for the folks that we wanted to talk to. The governor and his wife at Government House. I said I stumbled into that, right? Stumbled up the Government House. Wait till you hear what the governor has to say. And then, of course, we had the opportunity to go to Roosevelt Park, where we met a delegate to Congress.
Yes, that was another stumble in. Incredible who you meet on the streets of St. Thomas.
And then one young lady that I was very impressed with, and I got to tell the story about how we got Mrs. Capterville.
Absolutely.
Okay, Mary sent me out to get some glue. I don't know what kind of glue. Anyway, the fabric store, and I went to get the glue, and I saw Miss Capterville buying this very interesting material, and I said, "What are you going to do with this? For Christmas?" The red, the white, the blue. And she says, "I'm making angels." I said, "You got to be kidding." I said, "For what purpose?" She says, "For the Christmas tree at Mother Perpetual Help Church in Marfaley." And I said, "Really?" I wanted to see that. So, again, good old Ed arranged for us to get up there, and you'll also get a chance to see that this evening. And then, of course, I don't know the latter part of the program, what's going to happen.
Oh yeah, we had something with the lottery and
Oh yeah,
some things that they did.
you remember we talked about the gift basket that the lottery was giving out if you bought a sheet of lottery ticket on the day of the drawing or the day before the drawing. Well, that went very well, and I asked her to go in and meet with Kiva May Douglas, and see exactly how they put this together. And you're going to see that. So it's a compilation of different things that we've done over the past week, and that's why I'm a little bit tired. Okay.
Yeah. Me too.
So as we ring in the new year, and Ed then came to the house. Did Mary introduce you to her Christmas tree?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, she showed me around and introduced us to give us the grand tour. Told us about the different Christmas themes. And
okay.
She told us the truth about you, and so
wow, I wonder what the heck that is.
Whatever that means.
Right, exactly. But anyway, you get a chance to see all of that tonight in this special edition of our face-to-face program.
Yes.
So the way do we start?
Well, I guess we'll start with the governor, and I hope you all enjoy it. We've worked hard at putting this together.
Enjoy. Welcome once again to another edition of our face-to-face program. But this is a special edition. This is New Year's, so I guess we got to say Happy New Year to each and every one of you. And we're delighted to have with us, after a night of fun, I guess last night, we stumbled our way up to Government House. Let me put it that way, to say hello to the governor and his wife, Cecile. So, Governor, Mrs. DeYoung, a pleasant good evening to you, and Happy New Year, first of all.
Happy New Year, Addie.
Good to see you.
Happy New Year, Addie.
And how was the Christmas holiday just passed?
It was wonderful, nice and quiet.
Yeah?
Yes.
Talking about that, I want to go back, especially with you, because you weren't here in St. Thomas when you grew up. You grew up in St. Croix, right?
Correct. Mm-hmm.
What was Christmas like for you?
Well, what I remember, when I first was there, we were in town. Lived in town. Then my parents bought a house in Tide Village, and Tide Village had every house had about 5 or 6 kids. So there was a circle down the middle of Tide Village where they would have a Santa Claus, and unbeknownst to all the children, parents would go and buy presents and then go and take it to the Santa Claus. So Christmas Eve, we'd all go to church. We'd come back. The whole neighborhood would go to the circle, and Santa Claus would be there in a big sled and would start calling out your name, so we'd get a gift. So that's sort of tradition with my family, where Christmas Eve, with our family, we open up one present on Christmas Eve.
Really?
Yes.
And-
Just one. You get to pick one.
Just one gift?
Usually whatever's in your stocking.
And she's been doing that for as long as we've been married. She puts the stockings out, but only allows us to open up the one gift.
Yeah.
And then that's it. But before, I want you, I think we should say, because people know that in Government House, we're on the second floor. Now, you stumbled up. I did offer you the elevator, but you did not want to come in the elevator. So just want you to be aware that I don't want anyone to think the elevator in Government House doesn't work. But you decided to
works.
show that you were okay. So-
Government House is
Absolutely.
ADA compliant.
That's right,
so,
we're ADA compliant, so that's very important that we
Very good.
we say that.
These guys should have followed me up up the stairs, That was a case that I have. But and of course that was your childhood. You had Christmas trees or
Christmas,
pinkberry
yeah.
trees or what?
No, we
Had a real
used
Christmas tree.
real big, usually about a 10-foot Christmas tree.
And then for toys, what would you ask Santa Claus for?
Usually
basically.
Barbie dolls.
Really?
Yeah, lots of dolls, bikes. The whole neighborhood had bikes, so you weren't anything unless you had a bike. Those were the days when Christmas Day, everybody would get on their new bikes and you go biking, and of course, you didn't have cell phones or anything, so you could be gone, all day.
Yeah.
That was okay as long as you were home for dinner, before it got dark. But that and skateboards.
Skateboarding. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you see, she could ask for bikes over there, because Tide Village is right there by Pearl B. Larson.
Right.
It's all
Pretty
flat.
flat.
Flatland.